Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, Florida, home to nearly 1 million people. A city built on strong military roots and an industrious spirit. In the early 1900s, it was the birthplace of film in America, earning the nickname the First Hollywood. Every fall, the city comes alive for the annual Florida-Georgia game. That passion turned into a dream of hosting our own NFL franchise.
Membership has selected Jacksonville as the 30th NFL club.
Most cities got one hood, not in Jacksonville.
But behind the riverfront and the roaring stadium lies a darker side. With some of the deadliest neighborhoods in the nation and a crime rate higher than most U.S. cities, Jacksonville's shadows are as compelling as its sunshine.
Sisters Annette and Mylette Anderson, they vanished from their Ocean Way home. Their father said that they had a loving home. They were not runaways, and he noticed some things that were out of place when he arrived home. That's how he knew something terrible had happened. For decades, their parents held on to the pictures.
Baby pictures, school pictures.
School report cards from Sheffield Elementary.
Odds and ends of different things.
And until their dying days, Jack and Elizabeth Anderson lived in the same house with the same phone number, just hoping their girls would one day return.
We just went on with life.
They were just 11 and 6 years old. Decades later, the girl's older sister, Donna, remembers the day that her family's entire world changed. She and her mother left the house to go check on a sick family member around 6 p.m. Her father was about to head home after fishing. In the original report, Sergeant Dan Jansen with the cold case unit at JSO says Jack Anderson told officers he called the house around 7 p.m.
It actually speaks with Annette. And he hears the dog barking in the background, and he asks Annette, he says, why is the dog barking? And she said, well, there's some birds in the front yard, and he's barking at these white birds that are in the front yard. And he said, oh, okay. Well, he lets her know that he'll be home shortly.
When he called back 20 minutes later, no answer.
And so we know that our time frame is just a 20-minute window. It's a tight window.
But what happened to these two little girls in those crucial 20 minutes?
They just was taken out of the house and gone.
According to reports, there were two things that Jack noticed when he got home. First, Mylette's baby doll she carried everywhere was also gone. And even stranger and more ominous, the family dog was locked up in a back bedroom, something Donna says her sisters would have never done.
Whoever went in the house had to put the dog in Mama's and Daddy's bedroom because the little dog would eat anybody up.
The dog was known to be protective of the family, especially little Annette.
For that to happen tells us that somebody entered into the home and locked the dog up.
But who? The family house was off of a secluded road.
Whoever took them had to know how to get in and out there because there's only one way in and one way out.
But one neighbor did tell police he thought he saw a strange vehicle that day.
He saw a white vehicle parked in their driveway. He describes it as a sedan type vehicle. He thought maybe like a Thunderbird or a Mustang or something like that, but he really couldn't say exactly what kind of model it was.
With only a few clues to go on, a massive search ensued, 138 square miles, but turned up nothing. Sightings of the girls were called in, but also nothing. The sisters had seemingly vanished into thin air. Then, 4 months later, came a twist. Serial killer Paul John Knowles was killed during an escape attempt in Georgia. But before he died, he left a message for his lawyer detailing his alleged kills, including the murder of two little girls.
He made a tape where he had killed 20 people on it, and 2 of them were supposed to be my sisters.
JSO has a transcript of that recording. Knowles said he dumped the girls' bodies near the end of Commonwealth. Officers searched extensively, but no remains were ever found. Sergeant Jansen says Knowles was known for lying about the number of people he killed to try and shock people.
Now, some of the information that he provided in his transcript does not align to the facts of the case. So that's a little disconcerting as far as his confession is concerned.
So he believes it could be a false confession. Jack and Elizabeth Anderson never saw Annette or Mylette again, and no one was ever charged for their disappearance. And those 20 minutes still remain a painful mystery.